Oh, hey, what's up, you guys? How's it going? It's Papa, and I know I said that I was done playing Phantom Knight for the format, but I found a really cool combo that I liked, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the deck profile that I took to my YBM locals. I got 4th place, 14 people, just barely missed top cut again. They did top 3, and I got 4th. I had this really bad curse where I just bubble all the time. I'm always the first loser. When we do top 4, I get 5th. When we do top 3, I get 4th. When we do top 8th, I get 9th. Like, it's just a really bad, never-ending cycle.
Dude, does it just suck being you?
I only had one loss, and that was the Tri Brigade. I bricked game 1, and then game 2, I got hit by Nibiru. It was just unfortunate, but the deck did really good. Other than that, I did not drop a single game. I 2-0'd all my opponents with this deck build, and I'm going to show it to you today. It's a really cool deck. I really like this build of Phantom Knight. There are some cards that I would change, so I'll go over that in this video as well. But we played 50 cards. Just starting off the main deck, we played the 3 copies of Torn Scales, 3 copies of Boots, and then 2 Ancient Cloak, 1 Glove, 1 Sting Greaves. So this is your standard lineup. I play this all the time when I play Phantom Knight. I definitely think it's the correct ratio. Every now and then I would side out of Boots, but that's only depending on what my matchup was, if I wanted to see more hand traps. But I'll get into that later. So that's it for the Phantom Knight lineup. The MVP of the deck, every time this resolved, I swear I won the game. And it was just insane all the time. I played 3 copies of Scorpio and 1 Cobra. So you do not see this in any Phantom Knight list. Let's get that straight. I decided to play this build because Dio, the owner, he was showing me his Lightsworn list, and I realized that this is actually kind of insane because you just go Scorpio, summon Cobra, helps you get Phantom Knights into the grave if you draw them, and then it's like a high risk, high reward kind of card. But with the amount of extenders you play in the deck, it doesn't matter if this gets stopped or if this gets stopped, because worst comes to worst, if you summon this and it stops. If it gets negated like by like an Ash or a Veiler or Imperm, whatever it is, then you just make Cherubini and you combo off from there. But these cards were insane, and I'll get into that more when I get to the spells that I played. But insane engine. And then the way to like help it go off too was 3 Kagamucha Knight. I did drop it to 2 until I started playing the Predaplants. I decided to go back to 3. But 3 Kagamucha was definitely ideal, and it came up a lot. Every time I saw it, it was really good. So definitely play 3 of it. Here's what's different was I actually played 1 Tour Guide. I did not play multiple copies of Tour Guide this time because I played the Predaplants. So I feel like if you're going to be playing the Predaplants, definitely drop Tour Guide down to 1, because worst comes to worst, this will always get hit by Ash, and at least like, don't get me wrong, you play a right amount of extenders to where if it does get hit by Ash, Imperm, or Veiler or something like that, then you still have enough extenders to keep extending. But this is like the card that they're always going to stop, because it's just a 1 card full combo, as opposed to Scorpio being a 1.5 card because you have to discard a monster for it. But I only played it at 1. I saw it maybe a couple times, and I only used it once. I resolved it, but that was the game I got Nibiru'd in, so it didn't really matter. I do play for the Burning Abyss still, just 1 Seer and 1 Graph, and then I'm still playing Sabers. I was debating on playing Sangan or Skarm, because if like I do Cherubini where I send the Graph to summon the Seer, and I already have like a Graph in hand, or I have a Seer in hand, and I could just discard one of them off of Torn Scales, then I could just send a Skarm and combo off that way. But Sabers is still good because you can normal summon this, special summon like one of your extenders, and then use it in the graveyard as well at the same turn. So this becomes like a 2 summons instead of 1. It's really good, and I don't think I wouldn't play it, but I had to do more testing. So for all the extenders, I play 2 copies of Jump Forward. I guess it's kind of a starter, but what it does is you can special summon it if you happen to draw 2, and then normal summon it, and then go into your Cherubini. But I did like 2 Junk Forward. I did side out 1 once. That was just because I wanted to see more back removal for Paleozoic that I played against. But it didn't really matter. I saw it, and it was good. Terratop and Tagatomborg. I've never played these inside Phantom Knight, but I don't regret doing it because if I draw Tagatomborg and I make Levier, then I can special summon the Tagatomborg and extend from there because Levier is a wind. So it has its uses even if you draw it by itself, but I actually drew Terratop a lot, so it didn't really matter because I was searching Tagatomborg almost all the time. There was only one instance where I hard drew this card, but it was good. We played one Psychic Tracker and one Psychic Wielder. This shouldn't come as a surprise. I always play these cards in Phantom Knight because they're just that good. What is a surprise though is I'm only playing Tsuchinoko. I'm not playing Jackalope. I'm at 50 cards and Jackalope was 51. So I decided to cut the Jackalope because if you discard the Jackalope and it's like your only card in hand or you only have one other card in hand, then they could just Ash it or they can Ogre it, so that way you don't get that extra body on the field. So I wanted to have Tsuchinoko for that reason, because if you discard it, then it still summons, as opposed to Jackalope, you can discard it, activate, and then summon the Tsuchinoko from deck. I just wanted to make sure that if I was seeing a danger, it was something that had a guaranteed summon, and Jackalope just sometimes got stopped, so I didn't want to play it. So that's that. And then some hand traps. 3 Ash. I decided to limit the hand traps that I played, so I played 3 Ash and 3 Bell. Bell I only used once. It wasn't really that good. Don't think I'll play it going forward. I might try something different. I'm not too sure. But I decided to go with the level 3s just in case I opened up one of the, or like an extra copy of these and a extender, so that way I could still go in a chair BBD and combo. But 6 hand traps was all you needed. And then Dark Magician and Red Eyes, because we're playing the fusion for Dragoon. Might as well before it gets banned. So those 3 cards. For spells, I played a very small spell lineup, even smaller than what I played before. So I still played 6 spells. The only difference was that they weren't like single one-ofs. Like what I played was the Red Eyes Fusion with the Rhoda, the Called by the Grave, and then the target for Cobra was Ready Fusion. So I was originally playing the 3 Ready Fusion with the 1 Instant Fusion, putting me at 7 spells, but I didn't really like seeing Instant Fusion and Ready Fusion because that happened a few times. So I only played the 1 Fusion target in the extra deck, and I'll show you that when we get to the combo. It was good. It was really good. I actually really like this card a lot, and I definitely think it has like a lot of potential in the future. But a lot of the times I was never really searching this off of the Cobra because I would play it at 3 and I would hard draw it. I mean, it's a 50 card deck still, but I actually saw it a lot more than I thought I would. And it was just really good. So, card's insane. And then traps. I see a lot of people doing this now, so I actually wanted to try it. I played 3 copies of Gozen Match. I only saw it once, and it didn't matter. My opponent just could not deal with the amount of advantage I had, so this was just aggressive. I don't think I would play going forward. 3 Fogblade, of course. 1 Wing. I went back to Wing instead of Sword. And then Shade Brigandine to round off the 50 card main deck. For the extra deck, we played 1 Dragoon. The target for the Ready Fusion was Sea Monster of Theseus. This card's insane because what you do is you do your combo. You get, well, I'll show you when we do the combo, but you basically use the Theseus to make your Savage Dragon, and Savage Dragon will just equip the Cherubini from the graveyard. Savage Dragon just becomes another Omni negate as opposed to just a monster negate, because with the Fogblades that you're getting from your Bardiche and your Boots, like those will just be fine. So that way when you end on Dragoon, Savage Dragon, you have more Omni negates as opposed to just multiple monster negates, because if you lose to like a Lightning Storm or like an evenly match, then it's just horrible. You just have a really bad time after that. So those. 2 Break Sword. I feel like you could still play 1 of this, but I'm too kind of nervous to really try 1, so I just played it at 2. 1 Levier. I'm not playing the Draco Future no more because I'm playing the Savage Dragon with the Ready Fusion. Or the Theseus, I mean. 1 Redoer. I think this card's really good. I was debating on Evil Storm Nightmare, but Redoer just turned out to be a lot better because you played Brigandine. And then for links, we play the 1 Link Spider still for the Brigandine in case you need it to make Anaconda. One Cherubini, card's still insane. Anaconda, card's insane, probably gonna get banned. Masquerena, Bardiche, Unicorn, Apollosa, and Access Code. I don't really think these cards have really changed. These cards I've always played in Phantom Knight, so definitely don't know what to say there. And shout out to the Megatins for making this card even more expensive than it already was. So if you sold yours,
Get fucked, Four Eyes!
And then for the side deck, it was really self-explanatory, self-standard, all that shit. I just played 3 copies of Droll, 3 copies of Nib, because I did not want to lose to Drytron. Same with the 3 Dark Rollers. Drytron is like the deck's biggest like issue because they end on like 6 fairies in hand, so you want to make sure to not let them get there, and these cards do that perfectly. Other than that, we played 3 copies of Twin Twister for back row. Everything else is just mainly for back row. 3 Twins, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Reboot, and 1 Order. I guess this could be for anything, but these were all really good. The only thing is that I didn't see a single Drytron player, so I never sided in Droll, but the rest of these got sided in plenty of times. But other than that, that's it for the deck profile. I'm going to go ahead and show you a combo on what you can do with Scorpio. We're going to do a 5-card hand, see what we can end on. So our opening hand is Terror Top, Goes and Match, Graph, Scorpio, and Ash. So this hand's actually really good. The only thing is that I don't like having Terror Top and the Graph. Like if this was another level 3 extender, it would be even more insane. But oh well, we still have full combo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to special summon the Terror Top, then activate effect to add Takatomborg. So we're going to go normal summon in Scorpio, activate effect, discarding Takatomborg to summon out the Cobra. Cobra's effect is going to activate, and we're going to add Ready Fusion to our hand. And from there, we're going to go ahead and link off the Terror Top and the Cobra for your Cherubini. The reason we're using Terror Top and Cobra is because if we use the Scorpio and the Cobra, then Terror Top is a win, so it can't make Bardiche after. So it's very important to use the extender first, or if you have an extra dark on the field, just use that. But we're going to activate the Cherubini. We're going to send our Ancient Cloak to buff the Cherubini, but it doesn't matter because it's not staying on the field. We're going to link these 2 off for your Bardiche. And then we're going to activate the effect of Bardiche to send Tornscales. Like that. And then we are going to activate the Ancient Cloak in Graveyard to search a Boots to your hand. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and summon the Tornscales from the graveyard because a Phantom Knight card was banished. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to activate your Tornscales to discard the Graph for cost to send. And here you could send anything. You could send a Gloves, you could send a Staingreaves, you can send whatever you want. But here I'm actually going to send Wings just to have it that extra body. Graph effect is going to trigger to summon because it was sent to the graveyard. So we're going to summon Seer. Seer automatically dies because we don't control Burning Abyss cards. And then Seer is going to activate in the graveyard to summon back out the Cherubini. Like that. So after that, what you're going to do next is you're going to special summon your Boots from the hand. You're going to overlay these 2 for your Levier. And then after that, you're going to detach the Boots to summon back out the Ancient Cloak from the Banish. And then from here, you can do a couple different things. With this hand, it's like really good. It's broken, but again, it's just a random hand. We're going to link off the Cherubini and the Levier for your Anaconda. And then I forgot off of Bardiche, you actually have to set Fogblade. So don't forget to do that because that's a mandatory effect. So you summon the Anaconda off of the Levy and the Cherubini. So now you have the Tornscales in the graveyard for your follow-up turn. Next, you're going to activate the Boots to add a card. So here, with the kind of hand that I have, I'm going to go ahead and just add a Fog Blade to hand. And then next, what you're going to do is you're going to activate Ready Fusion, summoning out your Sea Monster of Theseus. And then you're going to Synchro Summon for 8 for Savage Dragon. And then Savage Dragon is going to activate to equip the Cherubini, giving it 2 counters. And then after that, you're pretty much set. So with the hand, it's kind of godly. So we're going to go ahead and activate Anaconda, paying 2,000 life points, sending Red Eyes Fusion, and then sending Dark Magician and Red Eyes for your favorite card in the game, Dragoon. So yeah, that's basically the combo. It's very simple, very self-explanatory, and depending on what you have in your hand, you can do more. These cards don't really do a whole lot. I mean, they're really good cards, so here you would actually just go ahead and set the Gozen match. I wouldn't set the Fog Blade because your opponent's going to think that this is a Fog Blade, but even then, if you didn't have all darks, you can activate the Anaconda effect to make everything dark. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But other than that, that's really it for the combo. You have a Fog Blade in hand and you have an Ash, but you're not always going to have this perfect hand. These 2 cards are just, well, I mean, technically these 2 cards were random, but normally you're going to just end on like 1 extra card in hand for your Dragoon. So either it's a Fog Blade that you search or just an extra card that you didn't extend with. But yeah, I think it's really crazy because you end on Fog Blade, Gozen match, or this could be another Fog Blade depending on what your hand is. With Omni Negate from Boral, Omni Negate from Dragoon. If you had Redoer, like if you had enough cards to make Redoer, or if Leviar was a dark, then you would just summon this somewhere else so that way it could have a zone for Rusty to pop. But your hand wasn't good enough for that, but it's okay. Other than that, the deck is really good. I really like this deck a lot. I'm just going to keep experimenting with it to see what else the deck can do. But I hope you guys enjoyed this list. I hope you enjoyed the combo. Please let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. And if you have anything that you think can help, like, please tell me, because I really love this deck a lot. And I'm probably going to keep playing it until Dragoon gets banned, because, I don't know, I just have the best luck with it. Even though I keep bubbling, I have the best luck with it. But yeah, guys, this has been Papa, and I will catch you all in my next video. Take care, everyone.